I haven't seen it yet. I think we're live. Are we live?
Okay,
Are we
let's hear
live?
it.
We're live. All right. Hey, Groove Nation. We are live. Hope everybody's doing fantastic today. Happy Monday, Groove Nation. If you join us live, hit us with a hashtag live. If you join us on a replay, hit us with a hashtag replay. Let us know where you join us from. And happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody's doing fantastic.
Happy freaking Monday.
Exactly.
Isn't tonight the night with the you can see the Star of Bethlehem or something like that?
Is that today? I thought that was. Oh, it might be. I don't even know.
Today is the 21st.
Today is the 21st. So check this out. So we were supposed to be in Hawaii last week, this week, and next week. So last week, Kauai, we were supposed to be in Kauai. Kauai got shut down. So we ended up decided not to go. And we ended up, just because of the way shit was going, we decided to cancel everything. So we were supposed to be in the Big Island today. So today, the Big Island, the volcano erupted and there was an earthquake.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I just heard it about probably 10, 15 minutes ago.
Holy
yeah. So I'm
like, there was like a sign.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because Trish and I were talking, and we always power ahead, like regardless. Like somebody, like we had, even when we bought our house, we kept having issues with something. We just kept powering through. It doesn't matter. We're making it to the end. And we decided when we moved out here that we're just going to start really just kind of listening to the universe. Not that we're like all woo or anything like that, but it's just certain, we've had enough stuff happen. Right. We have had enough stuff happen where it's like signs keep saying no. We're like, screw the signs. Well, this time we decided to take heed of it, and it was a very interesting thing because all of a sudden I was about 10, 15 minutes. I saw that. I'm like, oh, Trish, check this out. It was like, that was a good sign. So
grab your drinks, guys and gals. Grab your favorite drinks. We'll show you what we're drinking. We'll show you ours if you show us yours, right? Yep. No, so today we just kind of wanted to chill back and kind of recap the year and what has been and what is going and then what's to come, right? Because 2020 has been shitty for a lot of people, right?
It definitely has. It's been a challenge for everybody. I mean, obviously, with all the stuff that's going on, but it's what has been really interesting it's to see the reaction of so many different people to what happens here, right? I remember when this whole thing first started, like I was like, oh shit, bad. And Trisha's like, what are you talking about? This is the best thing right now. I mean, we are online. We are powering through online. We are positioned perfectly for this. And as soon as she said that, it was like a light bulb went off and I was like, you are 100% right. And then it was just like full steam ahead. And it's been absolutely a fantastic year because of it.
Yeah, we had some panic mode as well because Scott actually works in people's homes. So that was a little panic thing for us.
Yeah.
We thought, well, what are we going to do? Because you can't take a huge chunk of income and drop it off and everything be okay. And his business has flourished this entire year. So we have been blessed and fortunate in that regards. I didn't know what to expect when COVID hit. Did you?
No, I wasn't sure. I honestly wasn't sure. But one of it was, I knew things were going to change. I had no idea how much they were going to change. Right. And the opportunity for so many people out there that made that change or made the pivot, it changed their lives just because I think if people pivoted the right way, their business absolutely flourished. Right. I mean, I've got a good friend that she is a caterer. Right. And she her business is I cater to people. Right. That was her whole thing. She refused to pivot and refused to do anything else. She had opportunities there where right across the street from her is an apartment complex. So instead of having to cater that, I was like, offer a catered lunch to people. Let them come to your place and pick up in a parking lot. And no, that's not what we do. That's not what we do. Guess what? Not around anymore.
No.
I mean, it's like, you need to make sure you look at the situation and pivot accordingly. And the people that have, it's awesome to see. And it's, I don't know, it's great being in this space.
Life, right? That's business in general. It's to be able to take what's coming ahead of you and pivot, make those little sharp moves that you need to do to, maybe it's just a temporary thing, right? Or
Yep.
maybe it's something that was temporary that turns out to be the biggest positive in your life. And that's what happened to, I mean, we were already online, so we had a little bit of, cushion there, but I have so many friends that I've helped convert online because that's where they had no other choice. So yeah, that was crazy. That was, when that came around, no one knows what to expect, right? Because we have not lived through this, right? We haven't lived through a pandemic before.
Yep.
So now that we can say 2020, we ran out of toilet paper and Lysol. I've never seen the likes of not having Lysol before. That was crazy because I just pick up a can and just have it for whatever. But,
I remember hearing stories from like my grandmother and grandfather during the Depression, right? Standing in line, waiting for food, right? Going to the grocery store and have it be absolutely empty, and always being like, "Oh, that would never happen." Well, hell, look what the hell! I mean, that happened so many times. You go down to a grocery store and it's just empty. It's like, what the hell is going on? I mean, it was an interesting time to go through, and it's the interesting thing. So. I don't know if you heard anything, but there's a whole nother thing going on, I guess, in the UK, and a whole nother strain that's like going crazy now. So it's like,
I did not know that. That's kind of nerve-wracking.
Yep. So I just heard about that a little early today too, and I'm like, man, it's just gonna be one thing after another now. It's gonna be just okay. Hey, sit around at home with a mask on. I mean, I don't really know. So let's get into the important things. So what do you got working in your glass right now?
What do I have in my glass? All right. So it's 5:00 and I've been waiting to have this because I don't drink it a lot because it has soda in it. And I'm not a big soda drinker. So I have some Coke Zero because I have to mix it, and I can't have beer anymore. I have an intolerance to wheat and barley and rye, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
And I blame it on old age or something. I say old age and somebody's older than I am.
Yeah, I know. Yep. So that was the one that everybody's like, hey, what you accomplished in 2020? I was like, I turned my old ass 50. That's what I've accomplished. So.
It's a good one, though. Jack Daniel's Tennessee Apple.
Nice.
So my daughter-in-law found a recipe, and it said Jack Daniel's Tennessee Apple and cranberry juice, which is really good, but cranberry juice is really sweet.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, well, I bet that'll taste good in my Coke Zero. And as you can tell, it kind
of does. I'm just going a little further south, just going with a little bit of, there we go.
Mexican beer.
Mexican honey beer, a little Tecate.
Got some cerveza. What are you all drinking tonight? Let us know what you're drinking tonight. It can be coffee, it can be tea, it doesn't matter. We just chose the alcohol because because
it's Monday today and we needed a break.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Okay,
it
2020 has been. It's had a lot of up and downs. COVID hit. My husband, I think he had it early in the year, and then everybody was fine. Everybody's fine. And we had a grandbaby, and then and that was cool. She's super adorable. Y'all already seen that.
Yeah, she is. That kid is definition of cute.
She is. I'm like going to sneak off and put her in like some kind of Gerber baby competition or something.
Seriously.
Parents knowing. And then, whenever I came into the groove world, I came in like a storm, and was selling quite a bit, and then asked to do the presents, and which is taken some time because it's taken time for us, and that's where Rob came in. But 2020 has been the year that my business has flourished to an all new high, and I don't know if it's just because of the shift that's going on, or maybe there's more eyes online, or what the deal is. But I even had COVID, right? So, which sucked. I mean, it was I just don't like being sick. So,
oh yeah.
I think that was, my big deal, but I am not giving up. It's 10 days left of the year, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, there's still 10 days left in the year. I mean,
Yeah.
that's 10 days of
10
business,
days
10
is
days
a
of a whole lot of things.
long time. And we
Yep.
have, I mean, that's what I told Scott. I'm like, you got 10 days left in the year. You can, I mean, he's going to close out at an all-time high as well. This whole thing, my kid started something. He's, closing out well. It's just been amazing. So,
Oh yeah.
I'm thankful for that. I really hate that there was a pandemic that made it happen, if it did, or if it contributed to it. Excuse me. But for all in all, 2020 has been fairly decent for me.
Oh
And
yeah.
I got to go to Florida 3 times. One,
Seriously, that's
Mike
awesome.
and the crew at his house. That was really cool. I'm trying to think what all I do this year. It was crazy.
It is just nuts. This year has been it's funny. It's been a head down work year, like just hardcore work. Figure out, like Trish and I, when we started this, we've been in network marketing for a bunch of years. Trish has been doing it for probably the past 20. We've been in this company that we're with now for probably about the past 4 or so, maybe 3.5-ish. And anyway, this year was just all about just plowing through and getting the systems in place so we know that things work. Last year, we was basically set everything up. And this year was just huge implementation. And it has been awesome. The first 5-6 months, our business has actually just crushed it. And the last year has been phenomenal. And then what was great is that, like, affiliate marketing, like I've been doing affiliate marketing for a while, but nothing like hardcore, right? And then when we met back in beginning part of the year, got to talking a little bit. And then when we started working together back in October, it was awesome being able to put everything that I've been doing and actually putting into practice again. And the cool thing is it's the same exact skills, no matter almost what type of things you're doing online, right? The same principles matter no matter what it is you're doing. So it has been great to be able to take everything there, get that to grow, bring it into this stage, and now start crushing with this. And it is absolutely fantastic. I think we are setting ourselves up absolutely awesome for next year. And I'm so looking forward to next year and just absolutely blowing this thing up.
I am too. I
I think
think
it's going to be great.
2021, we can say peace out. 2020, and all the stigma that came along with it. And hopefully we don't have any, what my biggest thing through this whole thing is I like that blue Charmin, I like the blue Charmin, the double roll, whatever.
Yep.
And whenever I could find blue Charmin, I was getting a little aggravated because I'm thinking this stuff does not give you the runs. It does not, there's nothing there to make it where you need to hoard the toilet paper. Take my cleaning supplies. Yeah. I'll use water. But don't make me use some off-brand toilet paper.
Don't take my Charmin.
But so I'm telling you, 2021, I am wishing for ample supply of Charmin and wealth and success for everybody. And I want to know how many people in this online world go ahead, because this was a talk we had earlier, is how many actually plan out the year on what they're going to do. Because I think whenever we hit the online platform, we forget that it's a business, and a business, you need to have a business model. You need to have all that stuff settled down. I mean, do you all for your business, have a general idea or an outline of what's going to happen for the year?
Yeah, we definitely, I've got a board. I've got a bunch of whiteboards in my office. That one over there is our Together business board. And it's interesting because the discussion we had today was all about planning, right? And we have our plan out there for last year, all the way through this year. And it's funny because we're probably going to end up doing next week is we go through and evaluate. We try to do it monthly, but we're basically going to evaluate and redo our board again. But planning out, like, for that, it makes all the difference in the world, because otherwise it seems like we're sitting there struggling and spinning our wheels and kind of always getting behind. Like, you're always trying to catch up. Versus when you have that plan out there, it's there. You know what you're working towards, and it just makes things a lot easier. It's an issue that I have. Like, I struggle with that. I struggle with organization a lot. So it's one thing I've been personally working on getting a lot better with. but I know for a fact that like once we have it out, it's like, oh, it just makes life way, way easier.
I think so too. I know that it is a struggle for everyone. I did for my e-com, because whenever you're in e-commerce, you have to plan out months in advance. Like right now, we went through Target and there was Valentine's Day stuff out.
Yep.
Valentine's Day in 2.5 months.
Yep.
That's how quick. I mean, you have to be planning it out months in advance, and then you launch before the holiday. So whenever Christmas comes around, yeah, all that stuff is here. But a lot of e-commerce people are tired of Christmas by the time Christmas gets here, because we're thinking about it literally in July.
Oh yeah. Yep. And it's interesting because every year you can see it in the stores, right? The Christmas stuff starts coming out earlier and earlier and earlier. And before I got into the marketing space, I was like, oh, why do they do that? Second I got into the marketing space, I'm like, oh, that makes total sense now. And I hate the fact that they do it, but I completely understand why they do it.
Yeah, because you're getting really stuck into putting that mindset. I mean, you don't want to think about Christmas when it's the hottest month of the year.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe you do, because it is the hottest month of the year. I don't even know. But that was one thing that I was like, oh, so whenever I got out, I mean, I still do e-commerce, but not hard like I was doing it. It was my main source. It was nice that I was able to relax, because you don't have to think. I didn't think you had to think 100 years in advance, but you really do. Yep. So I let that go this year. Everything was kind of up in the air. And so I was talking to you, I was talking to Scott. I'm like, we are going to map out a plan for the year. You don't have to stick 100% to it. Just kind of have a general idea. And like Rob said, reevaluate every month.
Yep. Yeah. It definitely makes just such a huge difference. It's funny. I was thinking about other things that happened this year. I mean, like there's been so much that's actually happened. And it's like, I forget a lot. So I keep going back. Like
right.
I sold half my
this year.
Yeah. I mean, I sold half my business this year. Like I sold my business this year to start doing other things online, like other things full time. So it was really cool. It definitely was a growth year for sure, at least for me, because I've been doing this other thing for 10 years now, just basically doing e-learning type stuff. And now it's like I get to take that and actually shift it into something else that I actually want to do now. And it's I don't know, it's really good. Not that I didn't want to do the thing, but it was just it's
a new breath, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I am excited to get up and do what I'm doing, even though sometimes, and you already know, because I'll message you and it's like, WTF, whatever. But it's still, my mind is on it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even sitting with friends or whatever, and then I'll brain dump on Messenger. And I mean, we do that, but I think that's what makes the partnership work well, and then you bring me back in, or I bring you back in, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's something that, I urge people to have, even if you don't have a business partner, is just get someone that you can like bounce these ideas off of, or do the brain dump and have your meltdowns and whatever. I mean, poor Rob, he's got to deal with ladies.
Well, it's funny you just said that, because I literally was just thinking that, because I mean I've got 3 daughters and a wife. I mean, I've been around women all my, like the last 20 years have just been like, so, but I think that's one of the things, that find an accountability partner. It makes life so easy, because even just stupid ideas that we have, we do brain dumps all the time. We'll just message each other on Facebook Messenger. All right, brain dump, and just say a whole bunch of stuff. And what ends up happening is that we just end up rolling with it and rolling with it and rolling with it, and it turns into some awesome idea.
Right.
So, and actually there's I thought of it just before we got on here. We were talking about the We Are Groove Nation.
Yeah.
We're going to be launching or pushing that in the next coming weeks. So stay tuned to see what that's going to be about.
I'm super excited about that. With Groove Nation, we are about the community. I am, and Rob is, and Mike is. We are all about making sure everybody leaps forward. I mean, there's so much money to be made online. It doesn't matter if we're in the same place. I mean, we compete with Angie Norris on everything, right? Yeah. But we're still really good friends, and we help each other out. You know, if she needs something, you're there to help, or, you know, she texts me back and forth. For that, it doesn't matter because there's so much to be made online. But
but the friendly, I have to say, the friendly competition is great because that pushes both of us. It pushes all of us.
She said the same thing. She's like, "You all keep me on my toes. You keep me and him on our toes," and it's fun. It's fun because we're there for each other on top of it. So that's what I like. But so, what do you see? What are you hoping for 2021? And we did not rehearse any of this, guys. So we have no idea what we're talking about. It's just kind of going with the flow while we're having our drinks. I have some Jack Daniel's Tennessee Apple, so with some Coke Zero, and Rob went down south.
Yeah, went down south to Mexico. So I have a couple pretty big goals for next year. This year, I have a couple goals for my wife and I's company. I have a couple goals for ours. For Trish and I, our main goal this year was to hit the rank of diamond. And I know nobody knows what that is, but it's the fourth from the highest rank in our company right now. Next year, it goes basically diamond, blue diamond, red diamond, crown royale, right? So our goal by next year is to be red diamond. So it's a humongous goal, but we are pushing for it. So and there's a couple of, but that's like the main focus there for you and I. We're gonna have $100,000 month. One of the months next year, and that's kind of what my goal is for us. I want to make sure that Groove Nation is known. I mean, I love the fact that we are number 2 on the leaderboard right now. I think that's given Groove Nation just humongous amounts of notoriety. And I know that as long as we stay up there, I think our group is going to keep growing and growing and growing. That everybody talks about the know, like, and trust. I think we bring that in spades to people. I absolutely love the position we're in right now. I think Groove Nation is fantastic. The community is great. I am grateful every single day for that. I'm grateful that you and I really met this year and hit it off and are in the spot that we're at. I mean, I think we are. I love the partnership we have. I think it's fantastic. Yeah. I think we work really well together. I think we have a lot of fun, and I think we kind of keep each other in check too.
It's been nuts. It's and a lot of people would be surprised to know, but Rob and I have never met in person.
Yep. How crazy is that? I mean, it is absolutely crazy.
I was trying to get him to come to Missouri, but he says it's too cold here, so we have to go to Arizona. I mean, probably 75 degrees outside, and Rob's got a hoodie on.
it was 79 today.
What the hell?
Well, this morning it was cold because I walked the dogs this morning. It was cold, it's actually the sun goes down in about probably another hour or so, and it'll get cold again. So, yeah, it's funny. Like, this is my winter attire. Usually I have shorts on. I actually have jeans on because I have to go out. So. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I tell you what, I'd love for you and Scott to make a road trip. You know, whenever you guys, we have an extra room. So
I don't know if you can handle all that.
No, please.
Yeah. So my goals for next year. So I got my blood work back, as you know, and it wasn't the best. So I have to work on that. And so that's
something we can work on together, though.
Yeah, I really got blah. You know, I don't know. I'm going to blame it on age, but because I hadn't been feeling well the pre-COVID, and then I got COVID, and then I had to wait and do whatever. So I'm going to work on my overall health. So and I used to read a lot too. I used to read all the books that are behind me now. Let's see here. I have a whole bunch, right? used to read a lot and I stopped reading. I don't know what my problem is. I don't know. I just got in a funk maybe, or maybe busy. So I'm going to read more.
We're going to drive to Eds.
That's all right. Someone, I'm doing a lot.
Hey, God, he's doing a lot. You can see that's the ladies in his house.
Yeah.
So with this, I thought, well, I'm going to take care of myself better. I'm going to start reading a little bit more. I'm going to spend my time, fixing me as well as the business. And I made a pact to myself that I was going to have $1 million year from June to June. So I have to do my totals. I don't even know what I've sold in in sales, $1 million in sales. So we definitely have to launch what we're launching because I need help getting to that $1 million goal. If I don't hit it, I will be disappointed in myself, but I have a feeling that 2021, when it comes around, I'm not going to have any problems doing that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I think I agree. Next year, I think is just going to be such a banner year. It's funny you mentioned working on yourself, because that's a huge thing that next year, and it's my problem is always next year. Well, I started next year a while ago, and it was always to the point where instead of doing next year, I'm going to do it as soon as I can.
Right.
So
yeah, I've already started, but
yeah. So I'm saying I'm making some pretty big changes next year. Like I've been saying this for a while. I'm taking the TV out of the bedroom, which is going to be really hard to do. But I've already enrolled in Gabby Bernstein's Manifestation Challenge. I don't know if you know what that one is. It's I've had a bunch of friends go through it. They said it was absolutely awesome. And it's like, I need something like that to just say, okay, this is what we're doing today. Okay, cool. I can do that. This is what we're doing today. Okay, cool. I can do that. I mean, so I'm looking forward to that. And the greeting thing, the same exact thing. I keep seeing all these things. Well, what do you do the first thing in the morning? Well, I do my gratitudes, and I read for this, and I do this, and I do this, and then I start work. And I'm like, I'm up early enough anyway for the most part. And instead of my ass going back to bed after I work out, I should probably just take an hour and do that for myself. So that's going to be one of the things I start doing.
You go to bed after you work out?
Yeah. Well, I work out at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, why do you do that? Get up at 6.
The other guys I work out with, that's what time we meet. So we meet at 5, right? We run, and then we work out. Usually we do some type of workout for usually 45 minutes. And by that time, depending on what day it is, we'll either go out for coffee or I'll come back home, I'll shower and go back to bed for an hour, just because it's so dark and it's cold. It's
67 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's not actually. It got down. It does get down. Like the other day we ran, it was like 37.
Oh my!
It was cold. It actually does get cold.
I'm a nighttime workout person. I like to work out at night because I think the reason I do that and I like to do it is it makes me unplug from everything, and then I work out, and then I'm tired, so I'll shower. And I'll have like a Greek yogurt or something light and drink some water, and then watch an hour of TV, and I'm in bed, and I sleep so much better then.
Oh, really?
And I think it's because I'm unplugged for that time.
Oh yeah, I could totally see that. See, my problem is I can't it'll be like, oh, I'll work out later, and then it'll be later. Like, I'll work out another hour. Then it's later, and then by the time it's like 9 o'clock. It's just easier. I just get up, go, and kind of be done. But yeah, the self work on the self thing. That's this has been such a growth year for me personally. It's like I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I'm ready to move to the next step of personal development or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how many other people are putting themselves first next year as well. I know that a lot of people say that they recovered better from like COVID and the flu and stuff if they've taken care of themselves and constantly work out. I mean, if you're working out, you're exercising your lungs, right? So if you have some kind of respiratory thing, yeah, it's probably going to be a lot better for you. So anyhow, I'm interested to see who all's watching and if you all are going to do some self-development as well. I think it's important as you grow as a business person, as a person in general, as in life, if you are working on yourself, because if you're not the best you for you? Are you the best you for everybody else? So whenever I got my numbers back from my blood work, I was like, yeah, kind of, shit on myself, right?
Yeah.
So whenever I did that, I'm shitting on my whole family, and they don't deserve that. So I'm like, doing this. I'm gonna do this. I can't do what I did 20 years ago. So
yeah. Now that's been a huge life lesson too. I mean, yeah, it's interesting because I keep seeing all these posts like, when you were a kid, you go outside and you could play for 100 hours and come back in and fine. And now it's like you wrap presents on the floor for an hour and it takes 20 minutes to get up.
Yeah, my lower back hurts.
Like, what'd you do? I wrapped presents. I'm like, what?
That was totally me. And my son bought that foam pad, that roll pad that you roll. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You roll on it. So before I would stand up after wrapping presents, I would put that under my back and I would roll on it to kind of stretch out my spine before standing up.
Okay. Yeah, that's the masochist roller. Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go. And it's hard and it kind of hurts, but it's a good kind of hurt.
Yep. 100%. Trust me, I've used that thing more times. We have it right in the living room over there.
Yeah, I didn't even know. My back hurts, so I got that. And I'm like, okay. And it already takes me forever to get up because I have no cartilage in my knees. So I click and pop and grind whenever I walk. I've always done that. So, and Angie Norris, poor girl, she was like, because when I'm alone and it's quiet, you can hear me coming down the hallway. And when we were at Mike 𝕠'𝕔𝕝 house, we shared a room, and she's like, "What is that noise?" It's my knees. I can't help it. So they've been doing that for over like almost 30 years. So now it's just a little louder and.
I feel you. Trust me. I've had both needs scoped. I've had replacement. I have everything replaced in my other one. So it's like, yeah, I understand the creaking and crawling to get it. You step on walnuts? What is that?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yep.
So let's see here. We are on the leaderboard still.
Hell yeah.
On your screen.
Yep. Let me bring it up real quick. So anybody that's watching us live right now, hey, let us know what your goals are for 2021. I mean, everybody, you have to have goals. So one of the things that we're going to have to do too is, and Trish is a humongous believer in this, and I have always just been like, bleh. But we've been doing this with the kids for like probably 6-7 years now, is first week of January, we make a vision board like every single year. Mine is actually, it was over there until we moved. It's in the other room right now. But we do it every single year. So I think this year, again, we'll end up doing another one. So it's that power of the vision board. And I know how cheesy it sounds. Like if you're like, oh, vision board, I was always the same way. But if I go in the other room and I'll take a picture of it, I'll post it later. The vision board has so many cool things on there. And I think this year we hit almost every one of them on there. Which is just really, really, really cool.
So you do one with her together?
Yeah, we do one together, and then we like the kids. Everybody does one, but the one that we have, we usually do ours together because for the most part, a lot of our stuff is aligned. This year we'll probably do different, just because I don't know. We have different goals this year. I know what she wants to do, and I know what I want to do. And I mean, she's got her. I will say, she has get some crazy goals. And you talk about like vision stuff. It is all over our house. If you go into our bathroom, there is stuff written all over the mirrors in there about the goals. This is what's going on. So every single day you go in there, I know exactly what we're going to do. Like that's the goal, and you see it every day.
That's nice.
And it's really cool. Like I said, I always have been like, will you stop that crap? It's stupid. Now I'm like, all right, maybe it actually works. Okay, yeah, I'll give you credit. Yeah, and now I'm like, yeah, all right, let's just keep doing this because it does work. I mean, but we have people over our house like, what the hell's in your bathroom? Like, it's just some of our goal stuff is in there. Cool, we should do that. I'm like, yeah. I mean, everybody should do it, but nobody actually does. But
so if you do a vision board, let us know below if you do a vision board. I've done one. And I hadn't even done anything with it. You know what I mean? It just sits there, and then I'm like, oh yeah. So I really think I went at it wrong.
So here's our leaderboard. We are number 2 still, Awesome Groove Nation. And for all you guys that have made the purchase through our link, we want to say thank you so much. It truly means so much that you guys are out there supporting us, which is fantastic. Because like I said, we want to make sure we stand the leaderboard. My dog said hi to everybody. We really, and I know Angie wants to be number 1, but we really want that number 1 spot. I mean, we are pushing for that number 1 spot. So if you guys are ready to purchase, we're just going to push this really quick today. GrooveMags.com. Our bonuses are there. If you decide to make the purchase, you'll get all the bonuses, almost over $1,300 worth of stuff. So help us, support us, keep it going with that link. We definitely would very much appreciate it. And like I said, for you guys that have made the purchase, thank you guys so much. Your bonuses, we will get them all together. You'll catch an email at the end of the year with everything on how to get access to everything. And so just stay tuned for that. And also check your Facebook Messenger, because I've been reaching out to everybody as you've been purchasing through Facebook Messenger, and we'll get you some stuff there as well. So
awesome. So Shadell just said some stuff in the chat. Can you pull that up so I can read it?
There you go.
So that's Shadell. She wants to get her membership site done, her affiliate site done, and get top 10 influencers as resellers. Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Yes. Got
to do a vision board too.
That is awesome. Maybe we'll do a live on. Maybe we'll do the whole vision board.
We'll do that because whenever I did my vision board, I was like not digging it. I mean, I was, but I wasn't, because I think whenever I did it, I was just throwing stuff up there that maybe didn't mean a lot. But now that I have a true vision on what I'm doing, and I love to help people. Shadell's been around me for a couple of years now. I love her to pieces. I met her online and spoke with her. And she has something really cool that she's doing. But now that I have that vision, that goal, I know what I'm going for. I want to help as many people out in 2021, because 2020, I was able to help a ton of people, and it's just fulfilling. It's rewarding for me.
Oh,
so,
it definitely is.
In order to do that, I mean, I think having the vision board and having the idea on how to do one, because I don't even really know how to do one. I know you just pick some stuff, but I think there's more to it.
Oh yeah. There definitely is. I mean, there's a whole. I mean, she's got the whole thing on. Okay, there is a method to the madness. So yeah, when I actually that's not a bad. I think that'll be a great. That's a great thing to do for the beginning part of the year. That's actually a fantastic thing to do for the beginning part of the year.
Yeah,
I like that. I'm very jealous of that right there.
Guys, so I'm having Jack Daniel's Tennessee Apple with some Coke Zero, since I can no longer have beer.
So you finally have products. What kind of products you have? Go ahead and give yourself a plug. We'll let you plug it out here.
Yeah, plug it out, Shadell.
What you got?
Yes. So 2021, we're going to do vision boards. We have an exciting new thing that we've been working on. We've been trying to get it launched, but we've been delayed. We've been working on this thing for like 6 months now.
Oh, yeah.
So, and it's massive. It's amazing. And we can't wait to bring it to you guys. Within the group, we're watching it grow all the time. I mean, every day there's new people coming in. We're offering great value. We have me and Rob and Mike, and we go live every week. Mike's segments on Wednesdays have been killer. I mean, amazing. So,
and like we're always after more content, right? So is this something you guys really want to see? Let us know. Let us know if you guys like to do something like David Lemon did the imperfect challenge. Is something like that beneficial to you guys? That's something you guys want us to do in the group. We'd love to do our own in the group or a spinoff of it.
Right.
Something like that. Let us know what is it you guys would love to see, or hey, this is a cool idea if they can do that. I mean, we're always after new ideas. We try to be innovative. We try to do different things. So let us know kind of what it is that you guys are after. We'll be more than happy to kind of work something up for sure.
Yeah, and today I put in a post about, and it had a graphic to it, And the graphic was for you all to use in this Groove magazine launch. So if you read the post that I put up today, you can download that image and use it in your own marketing.
Let me see if I can find that. This one right here.
Yeah.
All right.
So that one is in the group, in Group Nation. All you have to do is right click and save it. That is something that I created today. You all can use that on your marketing. Also, Group put in a whole bunch of stuff in Group JV, and for the
oh yeah, it's in the promotional tools, right?
Yeah. In up.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me actually pull this thing up here. Where is it? Under the banners?
Tools, and then
there we go.
Under swipes.
There we go.
There you go. Those are banners, swipes, a whole bunch of stuff in there. So they are updating that daily. So if you're trying to do stuff for the new Groove magazine launch with the 2021 Profit Lab, that right there is where to get it. And there we are, right at the top, and we have you all to thank. We appreciate the support. So Chanel says she has Facebook automation tools, a Facebook CRM, a Facebook friend connector, and Facebook engagement tools. Yeah, girl, you do have some products there.
Heck yeah.
So now you need to get that out to the world. That's great. We're excited for you. So 2021, we're going to put 2020 to bed in about 10 days, but that's not the sign to give up because there's only 10 days left. Absolutely not. So with affiliate marketing, a lot of people ask Rob and I, well, I have Groove. I want to promote Groove. And we're like, okay, so keep promoting Groove. And then they're like, what else?
Yeah. What else can I promote? And one of the things that we found is that a lot of people, when they jump into Groove, especially, what we found is that there's a hundreds and thousands of other programs out there that you can sell as an affiliate. And it's interesting because a lot of people just didn't know that. They kind of got into Groove with the assumption that, hey, I can go ahead and sell Groove as an affiliate, which you totally can. But there's so many other products out there that you can also sell as an affiliate. And it's one of those things that a lot of people just didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah. And also you can go into Groove's marketplace and there's a whole bunch of courses in there. So if you speak to just realtors, there may be something in there for realtors. If you speak to newbie affiliate marketers, there's stuff in there. Or if you want software or any of that other stuff, all you have to do is, you can go into like ClickBank and Groove Marketplace.
Yeah, in the Groove Marketplace right here, if you come into Groove, go into the affiliate center, and then go into Marketplace right here, you can see all these products right here. And you can actually
you haven't even seen yet.
Yeah. I mean, there's just one after another, and you can sell any of these, right? It's 100% up to you. You can go through here, figure out kind of what works in a niche that you're in, and just sign up as an affiliate for the program. Right. Once you do that, you say, yes, I want to sign up for the affiliate. And I'll just kind of say, okay, cool. Now in your promo tools, you're going to have a link that now you can go ahead and sell. You can start sharing these links. They'll also have other information here, different swipe files. Now, depending on which product that you select, it's going to have certain assets. Some may have some more than others. Others may not. So in this one here, all right, so it didn't have any banners. It does have a swipe file, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, some of them are still in the building process of it. So I think you have to kind of shrink your screen some because it's where you can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah, it wouldn't even let me shrink it.
No kidding. So there's so many things out there that you can make that's complementary to the product that you have. So you can use it as a what's it called? A bump, or you're talking to your audience, then you can have this product and then you have that product, but it all merges well and it works. It's
Yeah,
cohesive.
I mean, there's opportunities, there's complementary products out here for everything that you're doing. I mean, if you look through this thing, I mean, there's 11 pages, and there's 10 on the page. It's about 100 different products in here to kind of go through and look for. And that's just the Groove Marketplace, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a product that you find,
ClickBank, those are just
AppSumo, isn't AppSumo another one? Is it AppSumo or
no.
ClickBank? There's so many different ones. I can't even remember. But ClickBank's another one. You can go into ClickBank, same exact thing. You find a product that matches at least the same niche that you're in. Make sure it's a complementary product, and it's something you can just offer as either an upsell or as an order bump. And all you're doing is, it's great because you don't have to do anything for the product, right? All you need to do is let them know that a purchase happened, which happens for the most part automatically, and you catch a commission on it.
Right.
It's absolutely, it's a great way to make some extra money for sure.
Right. So Shadell said, yeah, that would be cool. And perfect challenges. I'd like step-by-step build, membership setup, ideas for offers, affiliate setup, stuff like that. Those are good. This is something good. If we know what you're all wanting, then it helps us help you. Yep. Right.
Exactly. And we love doing those things because a lot of times we do struggle with, okay, what are we going to do for content today? So this is something like that is perfect.
Yeah, we think ahead. We know what we're going to do today. It's just next week.
Yep, exactly.
Sometimes we don't know what we're doing that day, the day before.
It goes back to that whole planning thing.
Yeah.
That's where we need to get, we both need to get better at it. I mean, the good thing is though, we recognize it and we're making changes to fix it. So.
Isn't it great though that we've been so busy we haven't been able to?
I know it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's definitely not a bad thing by any stretch. So
I'm in love with what I'm doing. I think it's finally time that, I found my groove. I found my niche. I found my people. I found my thing, right? Teaching something and helping others do what I do every day.
Yeah, it's fun.
So I'm like,
it honestly, it truly is. I mean, it is. I don't know. I enjoy the hell out of it.
Everybody else gets the chance to feel this.
Yep.
Yeah, because I've made tons of money on e-commerce, and I was happy because I was making money. So don't get me wrong on that, but never felt like that was my gig.
Yeah.
It's almost like when we're adults and we have to do a job for money and, because that's the responsible thing to do, even though it was online. And a lot of people were jealous of what I had, the ability to work at home. And I didn't ever discount that at any point, but I was just like, blah, I got to go fill orders or, stuff like that. It just was not fulfilling to me.
Oh yeah. No, I can totally relate there. This year has been probably one of the most stressful, but it definitely has been one of the most rewarding. It has been fantastic to help people win, to see people win, and to experience the win with them. I mean, I know from my other business, the network marketing side of things, we've had so many people make money this year that have been struggling for years and years and years that have never made any money, just because of the fact of the systems and the processes that we've put in place online.
Right.
Seeing those people actually win, I mean, it is awesome.
Kids win at a sports event.
Yep. I mean, one of the women on our team literally has never made any money. The second month she was working with us, she did this huge post. She made like $600 something online that month. It was the most she's ever made. It was able to make her car payment and her husband's car payment, and it was like just. From that point on, it was Carla Munkle, as a matter of fact.
All right.
And she is just absolutely crushing it now. And it's so cool to see it go from absolutely nothing, like, oh my God, what the hell am I going to do, to I am crushing this now. And it is just, I don't know. It's so cool. It's just the best thing to watch that.
Right.
And the consistency that people bring. And that's a huge mindset thing. As soon as they realize that if I just keep doing this, like, it's going to happen.
Right.
I don't know. It's just a really good thing. And it's interesting because of the fact that where Carla is right now, Trish and I were 1 year ago. right? I mean, if you just look at where she is rank wise in the company and what she's making, we were there about a year ago or so. And now it's just like, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. Just being consistent, doing the work, doing the right actions, and the rewards happen. Right. And it's so many people get to this thing of, yeah, it takes so long. It does. It takes time.
You know, right? I'm so glad she said that, because if you do an online business and you do it right, you have to be in for the long haul.
Yep.
Because it takes a long time. But if you're focused and you know what you're going for and you know what you're meant to do, once the gate opens, it starts flooding in.
Yep. And be consistent with the actions, be consistent with the right actions. All right. And your business is going to head north. It's
totally, I'm so glad. Yeah, I really am. We were even talking about that today, how, a lot of people get into this industry, the online industry, and they think they're going to get rich overnight. And that's just not how it works. And if anybody tells you it is, then they're lying, right? Yep. They're totally lying. So when you find your product and you find your people and you keep consistent with your messaging, it happens.
Yep, it definitely does. I mean, it's a constant thing. I mean, Kathy and I's week basically goes, we evaluate in the beginning of the week, we execute through the week, and then on the end of the week, we usually reevaluate and say, okay, that did not work at all. We can't do that again. Or that worked really well, but if we do this, let's try this next week. And that's what we do. I mean, we had our meeting this morning. We talked for almost 2 hours and reevaluated so many different things and said, okay, what are we going to change? So we knew what works, we know what doesn't work, and we know what we're going to change. And it's those questions that we ask, and we do that every single week. I mean, it's not just like, this magic doesn't just happen, right? This magic is worked at.
No, it doesn't just, it's so funny because I'm always, listen, the One Funnel Away challenge was brilliant. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to say that I took it 6 times. So the 3 of them was to help people because I seen the need of people needing help. But I thought I would pick up different pieces each time I took it. But I think it put in too many people's heads that within 30 days they were going to get somewhere, or with the one funnel they were going to get somewhere. And I started to see that consistency throughout each time of taking it, and just being in the chats and watching. And it was kind of disheartening to see, because they were like, okay, I need to make a sale within the 45 days to cover my subscription, or whatever. And and it just hurt me because these people didn't have have any business structure. And to me, if you do it right and you have your business structure, you have your product, you have your people, you have, all those foundational things in place, and you make that first sale. I mean, I remember my first sale online 100%. Oh my God, yeah. Make that first sale, it starts to trickle in, and then soon it just floods in. But it's consistency. Shadell can vouch, 2 years ago, seeing me in the ClickFunnels space, which I owe a lot to ClickFunnels because they brought me into this space, right? But I've grown and evolved in the 2 years, and I already had 20 years experience.
Yep. Yeah, 100% agree with you. The One Funnel Away challenge was, I mean, it's a crash course, but it's like, okay, you need to get this now, It's like you're on a constant, like, holy crap, I have to catch up. And it's just reality. That's not what reality is by any stretch. Because of the fact that once you actually do identify your audience, you need to go ahead and find them. That process alone, that takes a little bit of time. Then you need to build that audience. That process takes time. Right. And it's one of the things, as long as you're consistent and doing those things, yes, it'll grow. But there's like she says right here, the gurus make it seem like it's so easy and overnight success. What everybody doesn't see is the years of just crap, right, that they've gone through to get to where they are. I mean, to build that following and then do a launch to a following of a couple hundred or a couple thousand people is way, way different than doing a launch to 20. right?
Right.
I mean, it took them a long time to get up to that number, to get that following, to get that know, like, and trust, to then do the launch. And everybody sees it from that launch part, and they compare themselves to that launch point.
We
right?
still do. We still
yeah.
compare ourselves to people. So I mean, and that's when we have to bring ourselves back and say, okay, we can't do that. We can't compare. And people see me now and they're like, well, I want to get where you are. Well, hello.
Yeah.
You cry in a corner for 40 days and 40 nights. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just like, don't compare yourself to me. Don't compare yourself to Russell Brunson or Mike Filsaime. Don't compare, period. You can look and see where you're at compared to them. But that's what I like about creating content, because I can go back and look at videos that I did for my first lives 2-3 years ago. And I would talk super fast. I'd be like, and Scott would be like, slow down.
Yeah.
I didn't even know, right? I was nervous, but because I never had to be in the forefront. It was my products. And then I was just like, but I jumped in. I mean, I just jumped all the way in. So, and there was many times that Scott was like, okay, you're going to have to pick up the e-com if stuff on this end doesn't pick up. And he would give me time frames, right? He'd be like, you got to do something in 90 days, or what you have to do, make what you were making in e-com, whatever. Because I would back on my e-com to concentrate on this. And I mean, all of us do it.
Yeah.
All of us have that issue. So
this right here. Yes, I was looking at it. It was stressful. One of the most first time even understanding funnels marketing. Now you have a product. What is it you want to do? It was so confusing. It definitely was. I mean,
I never heard of funnels before that. I went into the first OFA, never heard of funnels. I knew nothing about mentorship. I thought I was in this alone, and honestly, all of it. And I didn't have a product for my first OFA launch. Did not have one. And I remember stressing in my office, and my daughter came in there, and I'm just flipping through my phone. And I'm like, I don't even know what to sell. I don't want to sell the stuff I was already selling because I wanted to prove that something else would work.
Right. Yeah.
And then she's like, well, you got a whole bunch of pictures of your stupid dogs on your phone. Why don't you do something with them? Right. So that's whenever I opened up their page, has a couple thousand followers on it or something. And I mean, I had to show demand calendars we're at, right?
Yeah.
And I'll do a drawing to get these people in to get their emails. Got over 200 emails in like 4 days.
Nice.
Of just posting on my page. And because people want to showcase their animals. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I upsold another calendar plus some other print on demand products.
It's awesome. I tell you what, the one thing that the OFA gave me a huge clarity on was the fact that there are sales funnels everywhere. Right?
Everywhere. I
mean, like, everybody's gone through them, just nobody knew. And then as soon as, like, I remember just going through those things and watching those videos. And as soon as he went through, it was the one that was The Greatest Showman. Like that one, that training sticks into my head so much. I go back to that one all the time. And it was just like, okay, this, make up the offer. Here we go. And as soon as he did that, I was like, oh my God, I've been through 1,000 of these stupid things. and then your mindset, it was such a distinct shift. Like all of a sudden I was out hunting for them now. It's like, okay, let's see what they actually are. And they're absolutely everywhere. And then you start going into the store. It's like, oh, look, there's that. And there's the upsell. Oh, okay. I see. And it's absolutely everywhere. So you start looking around for it. And it just completely jaded me to everything. Because now I look at everything like, marketing bastards. Yeah.
Everywhere. It's like, yeah, you're 100% right. I remember trying to explain to my friends because I would go live every day through the OFA, right? And they would be like, we usually have a ladies' night once a week so we can get together and just chat. And they were like, what are you doing? Why can't you come? And explain what you do. and explaining sales funnels to, well, two medical professionals and, and often, they were like, what? And I'm like, did you ever order that curling iron you seen on Facebook? And then whenever I explained it that way, they kind of get it. They kind of don't. They still don't understand what I do.
Well, it's funny. My dad, I was trying to explain to my dad because he's like, I still don't know what you do. And I was like, all right. I was like, have you ever been like just browsing around some store and then next time you go on Facebook, you get inundated with ads from that store? That's what I do. He's like, oh, okay, I'll get that now.
You're the bachelor.
Yeah, it's like, it's you. Like, yeah.
Yeah, they know that you're really close to that store. Yeah.
Exactly. It's so funny.
I got a Hollister one in the mall. I'm like, wow.
Yep. Well, shit, that's why I am dumbfounded the fact that the people that are in the mall, because of what you can do with Facebook ads and you can do geolocation, you can basically set up a geo fence, right, with Facebook, Facebook ads. I don't know why people don't do it, but man, you can hammer it down to just that one section of the mall, and you can actually hammer it down to the entire mall. As soon as they get in there, start getting ads for your stuff. I mean, I'm dumbfounded why when I walk. I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't been to a mall in a long time, so I'll take a step back. But if I did have a spot in the mall, that's what I would do. I mean, the fact that people don't do it,
amazing for marketers, for us customers, not so much.
Yeah, exactly. So, but hey, listen, guys, we definitely took a little bit of step back today. I know we've been pushing the magazine promo for a while. We're probably going to talk about it a little bit more tomorrow. There's actually some really cool stuff that we're going to go into that's in there. I know we touched a little bit on it, but we're going to go a little bit deeper into it tomorrow. We didn't want to keep hammering you guys. We want to have a little bit of fun today, have a cocktail or two, and just kind of just take a step back and just kind of reflect a little bit on how 2020 was. And thank God it's going away.
You know what? And I want everybody to know in regards to the Groove magazine launch, the Groove magazine is a cool thing, and you don't have to be Groove to benefit from it. But I think this core value is in the training, because where else are you going to get training from Mike *𝕠'𝕔𝕝 himself? I mean, just like he's going to be laser focused on what he's doing then. And then John Cornetta, I want to see that, because he's like a list building guru, and solo ads. I mean, they have Groove solo ads because of John Cornetta. And I'm interested in that. I don't deal with solo ads, and that to me would be interesting to learn a little bit more about. But there's just so much. But we, like Rob said, we didn't want to go into the special, the groovemags.com, where you can go in there and see all of our bonuses that are kick ass. But we wanted just to do that recap and kind of just say, hey, thanks for being with us. It's been an awesome year, even though it's kind of been shit for a lot of people. And there's been crappy moments in our 2020 as well. But we're hoping that 2021 turns a leaf that is amazing for everybody. And we want to see the wins. We want to celebrate the wins. We want to do so much with you and alongside y'all.
Yeah. Looking forward to an awesome 2021. I know it's going to be successful for everybody. And I mean, I'm really hoping you guys stick with us. I mean, we so much appreciate all that you guys have done. And it's been, Groove Nation is just awesome. I absolutely love it. Enhanced Training Academy coming next year. I really think you guys will be impressive with what we have to show you guys. It is, and I hate to use the game changer word, but I'm going to say the game changer word because it is. I mean, because it's
going to give you stuff others don't.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. That's a huge. We are working to make sure that is different. It's not going to be the same. Oh, look, here's another course. It's not that at all. So,
and you know what? You have a tech god in the hands of this course, and then hello. I would have a business background and a degree in accounting and stuff like that. Claim it, Shadell.
Yes.
My girl.
Love it.
Yes. I'm telling you right now, 2021 is going to rock for so many people. And if you're already in that mindset that it's happening, it's going to happen.
Yep. Exactly. And the mindset thing is so huge. But yeah, get ready for 2021. It is coming and it is going to be absolutely fantastic. So, yep. So thanks again, Groove Nation. You guys absolutely rock. We love you guys. And we will actually, we'll see you guys tomorrow. That's right. No more fluff. This is, hang on, we got to push this up there.
No,
yep. No more fluff courses.
No, you already know I don't teach fluff. I can't handle fluff.
Yeah, we don't fluff.
Too many fluff courses that I can't do it. I'm just like, I can't even believe people buy this crap.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Right?
It is crazy.
So, all right, guys. We are so happy for you guys. Let's do 2021. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. We may bring up some more stuff from the Groove launch. And if you need anything, any help on promoting it yourself, let us know what you need.
Yep, for sure. All right, guys. We will see you guys back here tomorrow. Absolutely fantastic. Love you guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.